And diving straight into entertainment across the world, we are starting with Chef Faila. And, just some few weeks ago, she was representing Ghana very well by cooking a lot of dishes, the cookathon. And she was trying hard to take it from the one who won initially from Japan, somewhere in Japan. And unfortunately, the results are out. And we're all hoping that she would have won to at least make the country proud, because if was until I tried and it didn't work. Now, Chef Faila is also lost. She lost this very one. And I'm beginning to think, what really is it? Is it that we are not following the rules? But indeed, Guinness World Records have come out to say that she didn't follow some rules. And also, her breaks were a bit too much. She was supposed to take some 5 minutes each, but she took more than that, among many other things. That disqualified her from being the next winner for Cookathon. So it was a failed attempt. It didn't work, and it's a rather unfortunate one. But, we still have Chef Smith, doing his thing. It's been 30 days or more, and he's looking at going at 50 days. 50 days. And we are hoping that, hopefully, he represents and win very well, because not anybody has gone that far before. And I'm wondering where he's getting the strength from. Not a lot of people are trooping in for him, but I think after he's crossed this number of days, people are now paying more attention to him, and hopefully he wins. But Chef Faila's attempt was a failed one. All right, so we are moving on to other stories, and on a rather sad note, Mr. Ibu, John Okafor, popularly known as Mr. Ibu, has died. Now, over the weeks and months, his story has come up that he's not feeling well. They've asked for help, donated. Somehow his son and adopted daughter find a way to hack into his account and also take his money. Rather not on head story, like how can you do that to your dear father? But unfortunately, his leg was also amputated, and now he's gone. Very sad. This was a man that, came out to the scene by acting very well in a comic movie, and that the title was Mr. Ibu, and that's how he got that very name. And after many years, that name still stick with him, though he has acted a lot of movies afterwards. But unfortunately, we've lost him. And just a few hours after losing him, his daughter has changed his TikTok account already to his name. What's really happening? We saw his ex-wife or second wife, asking for an iPhone at a point in time when we were looking for money to do surgeries for Mr. Ibu. What's happening? His first wife left him, among other things. What is wrong? What has man done to woman, really? It's rather an unfortunate situation to see a legend die this way. And hopefully, we'll all learn our lessons. Rather unfortunate situation there. Now, we are moving on to other stories. Now, Ray Smith, singer-songwriter, has made history at the Brits Awards, right? And she's the first to have won this. Adele has won over time again. Then this very time, it was Adele on there among many others. There was also Harry Styles, which a lot of people might think that, they could have won, but unfortunately, it didn't go their way. But this very lady, Ray, made a history at this very awards by winning a lot of her nominations, and it was just a great moment. I mean, after putting so much hard work in your craft and then winning so much awards, why not? It's time for celebration. So moving away, finally coming to Nigeria. A lot is happening there. And Omale is still in the news by this lady who, was danced on stage with her. But according to the lady, she does not regret her actions at all. She only regrets the fact that her boyfriend didn't feel good about what happened. So in an interview, she said that, she's been willing or wishing many years to have seen Omale. And according to her, his previous show, she was willing to be there, but unfortunately, it didn't happen. The show was cancelled. So she was still looking forward to wait till it happened. So it was like a dream come true. I want to see this superstar of mine. And, she got the chance, went on stage to dance with him. It was a dream come true, and she doesn't regret her actions at all. But the fact that the boyfriend is not happy about it, that is what she's also not happy about. But she doesn't regret her action or anybody at all. So if you ask me, I'll say the boyfriend should know that who the lady is loving more. Like, you should know who the lady is in more at this very moment. And not a lot of men have that heart, even women. I mean, the form of jealousy and all that. why will you be saying that? But hey, I'm going to take Nanaya's view on all of this and also chip in a bit more. Then we'll go in to other plans for today. So Nanaya, what are your takes on all the stories happening across the world?
Which one shall I start with?
Okay, so you can start with Chef Faila. Also, you can start with this very one, Omale.
Okay, let me start with Omale because
Right.
that's the last story. You know what? I watched that interview.
Yeah.
And I have always been saying that what the lady did
Right.
was extremely disrespectful. I mean, sometimes you become so excited that you see your superstar crash,
Yeah.
and that you tend to forget so many things. Watching that interview, what I took from her is that in the beginning, the boyfriend actually sort of understood what was going on from the beginning because he's been a huge fan of Omale.
Right.
So it makes sense that, oh, when I go and I see him, moreover,
Yeah.
she bought a ticket. When I go and I see him, I might be too much excited. But what they didn't anticipate was the fact that she will have to get on stage and things will have to move from A to Z
Right.
within a moment. So from her conversation, the boyfriend understands because let's say the boyfriend also made an example that what if I see our star? How are you going to
Yeah.
handle it? And she's like, oh, you can go. But now the problem is that there's a difference between going on stage and doing what she did on stage.
Right.
And that is what I take from this. There's a difference between going on stage. You can see your superstar crash or whatever, and you go on stage and you sort of like want to take a picture,
Yeah.
want to do this, want to do that. But then you have to know where the limit ends. But then she did what she did because previously the show that happened before the recent one happened,
Right.
someone like a dancer was on stage and the dancer really proved herself right. So at the back of her mind, being an Omale fan
Right.
and
I
also
should
seeing
shoot
Omale, let me go for it. Let me do things. Forgetting that the boyfriend is there. So you have to put in some sort of measures to weigh whatever that you are doing.
Yeah.
So I understand that she says she doesn't regret because she has seen her superstar. That has been established. But then she just had to know where to draw the line. That is what
Absolutely.
I would say. Because I can see my superstar and say hi, take a picture, and then leave. And then he can continue what he's doing.
Yeah.
But to
But
go...
you know, some people can be very gentle when it comes to that, and others will just lose it all at that. You know,
As in,
so
yeah.
you might deal with it very
I
gently.
might deal with
right,
no,
but
I might deal with it gentle because
Yeah.
I respect myself and I respect
Your
my partner,
boyfriend,
my
right.
boyfriend, and that is it. So even if she's thinking that it could have been okay and he's okay with it because we spoke about it, people were there.
Right.
It was going to be in front of thousands of people. Different opinions were
Right.
going to come. So she could have, just put in some
Yeah.
precaution to know what she was in. But anyway, it has happened. But in all this, the person who is really benefiting the most is the boyfriend. That is what people don't really know. The boyfriend has gotten endorsement deals. The
Right.
boyfriend has been given some money and a whole lot of things. Whereas she is getting
Granted all the
the
interviews and-
insults. No, she does it. This is
Right.
actually her really first interview.
apart from her coming out to
Exactly,
really
yes.
speak
But
about
then
the whole thing.
it is what it is. Anyways, let's move from them.
Right.
Let me move to Ray. For someone who has been a very huge fan, I really share her success story because people might say, why Ray making headlines, winning 6 awards at the Brits 2024? It's because in 2014, she was signed onto a label that really didn't have her vision, that really didn't want to pay attention to her. When I say discovered, I listened to her music in 2018 when Kojo fans, who is half Ghanaian, half Dominican, featured her on his record. So that's when I went to listen to the song called Check, and then it followed on and on and on. And in 2021, she actually tweeted how she was feeling being on the record label, not being able to be creative about her music and so on and so forth. Fast forward, after 2021, she and the record label parted ways, and from there, she's been striving to be a notable independent artist. So, and in the UK market, it's not easy. So for her to be able to get through, penetrate, break through, and also have her first debut album in 2023, one of the favorite albums that came out in 2023, My 21st Century Blues, one of the songs was Escapism. It had more than 500 million streams. So it makes sense that at this awards, she got the Artist of the Year, she got the Album of the Year, she got New Best Artist of the Year, she got Songwriter of the Year, she got Best R&B Artist of the Year. So it's a whole lot. So it explains why she's super excited. And for such an artist that has gone through such a meal, for me, listening to her music, seeing where she has gotten to, I'll say that I have to be just happy about the fact that she's gotten to where she's gotten to. So exactly. It's not easy beating Adele.
Yeah.
In UK, everybody loves Adele. So if
Right.
you can beat Adele to get 6 awards on a night, it's a lot. I'll go to Phyla. This thing, I didn't want to talk about it. Do you know why?
No.
Because when they were having their sing-a-thons and their
Right.
cook-a-thons, they wanted Ghanaians to be involved.
Right.
They wanted Ghanaians to come and support. Phyla even comment about what support Efua got,
Yes, and
she
she
not
did.
getting. And then days
Right.
pass, you have gotten your email that
Right.
you didn't make the attempt and you couldn't even tell us.
They're
This
always
week,
hiding information.
hiding information. Now, the Ghanaians who were with you, I mean, you didn't feel that, oh, let me just share it to my people. After you had an interview over the weekend, and then your people came out Sunday to actually give us this news. But it's very disheartening that people are actually going crazy about the whole GWC, Guinness World Record, without paying attention to the rules and regulations,
Yeah.
to what is required of them,
Absolutely.
and what they're expected to do. Because let me tell you, it's an embarrassment for Ghana to go through such 2 attempts and we have failed. I
And
will
more
say
to
it.
come.
And more to come. People can come at me, I don't care. Because when you are given an assignment, you pay attention to what is required of you.
Yeah.
They gave you their rules, you're supposed to follow.
Right.
Bear in mind, Hilda Bassi also, had a longer break.
Yes.
But then even having a longer break, there were certain stipulated time that she didn't exceed.
Right. Because she knows the rules. She knows she's not
Exactly,
supposed to
because she
exceed
knows,
that.
that's what I wanted to say. She
Right.
knows the rules.
Right.
So if Linda knows the rules and is going according to the rules, whoever follows must know the rule, because the rule is what helps you. It's not about who is coming into the booth. And me, I'm highly disappointed. If you read the statement, I have read it back and forth. She was disqualified for violating the rest break rules and resulting in an unsuccessful attempt. That's very sad. We've lost 2 attempts. And they came out to say by 2023, 355 entries from Ghana alone.
God, I
Hey,
beg. God, I
this
beg.
embarrassment to continue and continue.
Yeah.
But me, all that I would say is, moving forward, whoever wants to attempt should follow the rules.
Right.
You know, the chef that is doing, Chef Sam,
Yes.
he might be our savior.
Absolutely.
It might
It's
be a
possible.
blessing in disguise.
Right.
People not really going there.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that
And not
he's adhering-
distracting him.
Who not distracting him. Let's allow him to do what he's supposed to. Because the one that got our full support, where did they get us?
Right.
We are here. And they couldn't even break the news to us. Anyways, Mr. Ibu, passing over the weekend was very disheartening.
Right.
We can all remember fun memories this man brought to us in movies and everything. He was a great icon. He impacted the Nollywood industry so much that we couldn't even separate his name from his character name.
Right.
Because Ibu was a character name and John Okafor was actually his name. That showed how impactful he was for people and how he actually played a significant role in whatever he wanted to do. Even during his last days where he wasn't really feeling well, he was living up to expectations in some movies, in some skits, doing here and there. All I would say is that may his soul rest in peace. All of the things that are coming out, the man is dead. We don't need to be doing this, who took whose money, what was.
Right.
Charlie, it is what it is. So that's all.
That's all. Okay, very well
That's
noted.
all.
But my take on the Guinness records, real world records, the fact that I remember that when Efua Asantewaa started this, Bongo Ideas, who a lot of people have their own issues with, sometimes, we'll be looking at things very critically and people will have issues with it. But I remember him mentioning that, look, this lady has gone to enough breaks, like she was breaking the rules. And I was sitting back and I'm thinking, oh, so does Bongo know more than Efua who is doing the thing? Because I expect that someone who is doing that would have gone through all the rules and know exactly what it is about and be careful about it. And even if it skip her, those around her, her managers, brothers, and all that will be able to remind her that, look, you don't go beyond this break, you don't go beyond this, but we're just doing it. And so Bongo said, look, this is a failed attempt from the start. It's not going to go anywhere. And just like a prophecy, it has come to pass. Then we see Chef Phyla, who also, was more concerned about who would come and, support her. She was more concerned about support, about Shatta Wale, among others that
Stone
went in for
Boy,
about Stone Boy
Sarkodie.
and the rest. guys who went in for a foul but weren't at her place, which was not really the case. He wanted to break the record. After breaking the record, then you can now come out and be worried who is not supporting you after you have broken the record. But you've not done anything anyway. You just want to do something, but you have not done it yet. You have not achieved it yet. What form of support are you looking for? And unfortunately, after that, you still come out, to say things that has made people not to support the rest that are now coming on. The likes of Shep Smith, who is not giving up at all, but is still working hard, not have so much support, because some of the comments you guys make is unheard and quite unbearable for fans who has gone out of their own will, pay some transport money just to come and support you. And it's like you don't even care about him. You are looking for Shotawale and the likes, who might probably be busy doing other things, like really. But now these are the results. And I wonder how Nigerians are taking it at this moment, because, we only had,
Helen, I don't want to
and she was able to, Bassi was able to win this effortlessly. But what is happening to Ghana? It means we have a lot of people, host of people who want to do this, and none is working. We have Speechathon, among others, but it seems it's not working right. I would advise that if anybody wants to do Ghana World Records, they should read the rules very well before attempting it. It's not just about being there and want to be famous and want to be known. If you want to break a record, break it well, understand it. So basically, that's what I would love to touch on. And rest in peace to Mr. Ibu once again. So that'll be all for entertainment across the world today.